Raul Chaser and his team are fighting off hordes of demons and beasts to reach the Demon King. But to their dismay, there is a notice that says he has been defeated. Too bad. And so Raul works as a salesman in a magical appliances shop, Leon. He's not doing well with the customers, till a bunch of otaku nerds crash into the place since they still sell some magical cassette tapes. After the sellout, there is this rude hooded kid, Fino Bloodstone, wanting to see the manager, Sierra August. She is here for an interview. Raul looks at her resume and is shocked to see she is the kid of the Demon King. Fino thinks her secret is busted, but it's right in her resume. Because you can't lie on your resume, right? WTF. Much to Raul's dismay, Sierra hires her and puts him under Raul's wing. Just great. It's going to be a long day. The TV news shows the second anniversary since Demon King's defeat. It reminded Raul that he trained hard to be a hero. That's all he ever did. So instead of becoming heroes, the Demon King's defeat means he turned into an ordinary person. Because he has no other skills and that the new peaceful world has no need of heroes, he lost his purpose of existence and ended up working as this. There is an old man customer that Raul dreads, because each time he comes, he swipes his hand over the butt of his colleague, Nova Luminous, just to get a light bulb. But you can't hurt your customer, right? Or even kill him. Fino takes this the wrong way and thought this is some form of communication and wants Raul to touch her butt. Raul teaches Fino to speak politely and smile, but she laughs like a maniac and acts like a tyrant when Raul pretends as a customer. Does she really want to kill her customer? At least this is what she observed the way her daddy speaks. He lets her read a manual on how to deal with customers and brings her up to the room where they keep appliances for repair. She notes it's bigger than her dad's treasure room. He was that poor. She messes with the humidifier and gets knocked out. Raul tries to change her clothes and is surprised to see boobs. Fino awakens and gets the wrong idea. He wanted to do something funny on her, because her dad used to kidnap girls and do funny things to do. Fino calms down and understands when he explains why he did so. Seems Fino will be staying upstairs in the staff's room. She has no home and this will be her temporary castle. Raul sees her shamelessly washing her hair next to the kitchen sink and half naked. Not so embarrassed anymore, isn't she? And she used the dishwasher to clean her hair. Fino is pretty grateful that since her dad got done in, she is able to see what the human world looks like. She might not have to go through all this if her father was still around, but she thanks him for being around. Raul feels this isn't bad after all. He thought he was unlucky to be stuck with her but will keep teaching her new things. Fino then messes with the hairdryer's turbo button and it releases a typhoon that slams them to the wall. Raul takes back what he said. He is unlucky after all. Raul explains the use of magic in appliances, although now it is only used in public works. It will be running in every household in the future and he hopes business and sales could pick up then. He walks into the staff's room to see Fino sleeping naked. Remember, this is not your house. Fino as usual messes up her lines while practicing, this time about returning of goods. You don't exchange lives when people come back to return the goods. The store assistant manager, Visor Crossroads, summons them to remind them not to go destroying demo products like this hair dryer. Because he was once a magic engineer, he manages to fix its magic syntax which allows normal humans to use them. Visor notes it was hell doing that job and Sierra somewhat saved him by offering a job here. Raul teaches Fino the 8 basic lines to say to a customer, but she amazingly keeps twisting it to sound something gory. So he writes on her for her to memorize. Later Raul remembers how he tried to find a job via various employment agencies but experienced the bitter truth when such companies do not require his assets as a hero. He bumps into his ex-hero colleague, Ari Ortonet, who isn't pleased he has taken up a job since Raul was the top student in hero school. Raul had no choice. He had written so many resumes that he lost count and this place gave him a chance. Ari is disappointed in him for giving up on his dream. Meanwhile, Fino continues to practice her lines but a customer comes in. Not just a customer, but a half-naked masked thief wielding a golden axe. She says all those customer lines to him and this confuses the guy. Because Raul is out for lunch and Nova is handling a customer, Fino will handle this herself. However, the thief is a wuss and dumbass because he can miss swinging the axe and gets knocked down when Fino accidentally bows her head. She even takes up his axe and almost slices him. Raul returns and finds out about the situation. While the thief goes berserk swinging his axe, Raul and Fino can coolly debate among each other about what is happening while avoiding getting hit. Like as though the thief didn't really matter. Once Fino realizes he isn't a customer, this means she doesn't have to speak to him nicely. Back to her usual self. They even easily disarm him and Fino gives him a choice how to die. The thief is so scared that he faints. A real customer comes in and sees Fino holding the axe. Wrong impression. Sierra compliments the duo for a great job and Fino feels good. Oh, Sierra also congratulates Nova for selling a fridge. That was more important than stopping the thief. Oh well, the thief was a wimp. Later Raul meets up with his ex-hero friends, Blaze Dis and Klein Art. They have not found a job because their only job is to be a hero. They believe this job will one day be back and will be needed again. That night, Raul sees Fino sleeping in the staff's room and finds a notebook. She has written down all those polite lines. She's trying real hard. When she wakes up, she wants to show him the fruits of her practice and recites all those lines without trying to refer. It was hard at first, but she manages to say them all. Raul congratulates Fino, who is now a happy girl. It made him think that he hasn't completely given up on being a hero. Even if he is not doing his dream job, he will do his best in his own way. Next day, he gets a shock thinking Fino has quit because she and her stuffs are no longer in the room. But Sierra says she has already found an apartment to live. She can't live here forever, you know. Guess what? She'll be living right next to Raul. Is he really this unlucky? Which is more annoying? Fino sleeping naked in her apartment or her pig alarm clock? Why does she not have to worry? Because she knows Raul is around and will be alright. Oh boy, Raul is not too pleased that Sierra was the one who set up Fino to live next to him. The rent is cheap, and besides, it'll be better if Raul is there for her. Really, a customer takes in an old fan for repair, something many would have discarded to buy a new one, but Fino thinks it is something good since it has served her for many years. Laura Beliferal takes to repair it. She is also a staff but is rarely around as she always makes deliveries and goes from home to make repairs. The happy customer thanks them. Sierra and Visor are in a corporate meeting with bosses, Gilbrand and Eric Fritz. Although their customer satisfaction is the highest among the chains, they have the lowest sales. They are told to double the amount of items to be carried and will put on a big sale. Raul introduces Fino to the loss and convenience store next door run by Elsa Crucial and Lamdimia Duaxheimer, or Lamb for short. Eri visits Raul again. Raul is impressed. She is working for a security company, but she isn't enthusiastic about it. Though Raul feels there is no need to fight demons anymore as the war is over, Eri still thinks demons are evil and cruel creatures. So happen Fino walks into the scene and thinks Eri is an angry customer here to make a complaint. Raul has to shut her up before she reveals her demon identity. The gang receive a real dirt cheap air purifier that needs to be sold. It is from an unheard of company. Elsa, who is not on duty, visits them and suggests demonstrating it. When Fino turns it on, demon hands start gushing out. Let's say they act like tentacle rape feature. Elsa becomes the first victim, followed by Nova. From what I understand from Laura's explanation, something about its internal magic has gone wrong and making it go out of control. The only way is to turn off the switch. Then she becomes the third victim. Eri becomes the heroine and she hasn't lost touch of her moves to free the trio. Once they escape, the hands act up again and Eri becomes the victim. Yeah, it disintegrated her shirt too. Raul is in a dilemma to save her because he is not confident in using that hero move he had used ages ago. But Fino tries her best to go save Eri despite not having a chance and becoming a victim too. It's because Eri is an important customer and she is an employee of this place. Raul has decided. He retrieves his sword that is kept in the cleaning closet and frees them. However, it isn't long before it goes out of control again. They can keep doing this all day long. Yeah, Eri again. Because Fino's demon powers have not awakened, Raul has one chance left to attack. Eri hints that when it attacks, the back of the machine is left unguarded. Fino becomes the bait as Fino swings his ultimate move to stun it. Before it regenerates, Fino hits the off button. The hands freeze and become sticky white stuff. Fino is impressed with Raul and the latter compliments her for a good job done. Fino introduces herself to Eri, but she doesn't bat an eyelid in revealing she is a demon. There goes all the excuse Raul tried to come up to cover it. Later, after Raul brings Fino to a public bath, she wonders if it's a bad idea to hide the fact she is the daughter of a demon king. Why can't demons and humans live together? Is being a demon bad? Raul couldn't answer. Lawson, the convenience store next door to Leon, needs an extra worker for a day, so Elsa, the manager, comes over and asks to borrow one of the Leon staff. Sierra, the manager, volunteers to go but is prevented by the assistant manager. She then volunteers Fino, who initially refuses, stressing her loyalty to Leon, but relents when Sierra makes it an order. Raul is apprehensive about this decision, fearing that Fino may do something wrong or make something explode. Fortunately, with a little help from Elsa and Lamdimia, Fino is able to hold her own. Later, Raul comes over to buy lunch, checking on Fino's performance. Meanwhile at Leon, with Fino gone, Raul starts to get nervous around Nova as he starts to take notice of things he didn't before. Leon experiences a downturn in sales due to the big new magic store, Amada, opening in town. Since they are having a slow day, Raul and Fino go undercover on the manager's orders to see what all the fuss is about. When Raul notes that Fino is drawing attention to herself, she recalls Sira's advice and starts to act like his girlfriend. While they are investigating, Raul helps an older woman find the air conditioners out of habit, even though it is helping the enemy. During a performance of the idol group Sphere, Raul runs into Eri but in an unexpected manner. Eri was a straight-A student in hero school and is embarrassed to have to admit that she is working as a bunny girl at the rival magic store. She gives them a tour of the store and is relieved to learn that Fino is only pretending to be Raul's girlfriend. As they go around, Eri is groped by an overly friendly customer who is chased off by Raul and Fino. This draws the attention of management, who reveal that they knew from the start just who Raul and Fino were. Elsewhere, the assistant manager and Laura are given a tour of an appliance manufacturer where they find that the reason their prices are so low is that they use no-cost monster labor. The manufacturer also reveals that they are part of the Amada group and were told to give the people from Leon a tour if they showed up. On the way back from Amada, Raul and Fino encounter the older woman whom Raul helped while undercover, who comes to Leon with them and buys an air conditioner there because the salesman at the new store confused her with technical jargon. Laura has to install the unit but has a previous engagement. Raul volunteers his services for that job to allow Laura to take care of the air conditioner. Fino accompanies Raul to the job, which is to refill the magic tank for a store whose owner doesn't have any magic of their own. Raul and Fino work together to fix the problem, which turned out to be a magic eater, a rare creature not usually found in a city. After they fix the problem, they get a call from Laura that means trouble. Fino and Raul arrive to find that the old woman's son went to Amada and bought a unit too. Because the Leon unit is more expensive, the son wants to install the unit he bought and they are about to leave but stop when the son flags them down. The new AC is unable to run because of low magic. The Amada rep states that the house may need to be rewired, a prohibitively expensive solution to the problem. As he is on a schedule, the rep leaves, allowing Laura and the others time to investigate the reason for the low power. Everything seems to be in order, leading Raul and Fino to realize that there must be Magic Eater here too. With considerable effort, they are able to remove the Magic Eater infestation and are about to leave when the son has a change of heart. Given their level of customer service, not to mention having saved him the cost of needlessly rewiring the house, he has chosen to install the AC from Leon despite the penalties it will cost to return the other unit. That evening, after a bath, everyone celebrates a job well done and Raul takes an inebriated Fino home to their apartment building as a heat wave envelops the city. The following morning he wakes up to find Fino in his bed. After clearing up the misunderstanding and having breakfast, they head into work where they find Nova passed out on the floor. Nova has collapsed due to heat exhaustion since the store's AC has broken down. The Leon head office has sent a shipment of summer goods, but due to the heat wave, customers are staying home. Fino, leaking magic because of the heat, sets off a box of fireworks and scorches her clothes. Since Nova has sent the spare uniforms to be cleaned, Sira gets the idea to sell items outside with bathing suits on. She even gets Lisa and Lamdemia to help out. Predictably, this catches the attention of male passersby and the sale of summer goods skyrockets. To increase the sales of other items, such as cameras, Lamdemia proposes that customers can test out their new cameras by taking photos of the bikini-clad staff. Later, Eri, with the permission of Amada management, arrives to check out what is going on and ends up helping out in a bikini as well. The day ends with the arrival of the AC customer from the other day, who happens to be a reporter for the Capital Economic Times and wants to write an article about Leon and their hard-working staff. Payday has arrived and Fino is given her first paycheck. Sira suggests that Raul escort her as she goes shopping for the first time. Fino is nervous about the experience, but after she gets through the first few transactions, she gets the hang of things. She buys a number of items including a dress and a thank you gift for Raul, but ends up spending the entirety of her paycheck. She is proud of her math until Raul points out that she now has nothing to live off of until next payday. On their way home, while Raul stops to buy drinks, Fino is attacked. She states that the attackers want her to become the next demon lord and so open up the hero business again. Fino has been acting a little out of character since the attack in the last episode, and Raul is worried about her. When he presses Fino on the issue, she tells him that she has decided to work harder so that she can become the manager of the Leon store that she intends to open in the demon world. Raul has lunch with his former classmates and, based on their saying that the hero program is going to be reinstated, figures out that they were the ones who assaulted Fino. Lamdemia meets with a demon named Raid who also wants Fino to become the next demon lord, and he has the bloodstone amulet to ensure it. Later, Fino is kidnapped and it is revealed that Amada, with plans to reopen weapon and armor shops, is working with Raid and Blaze in this matter. That night, at the hero prep school where she is being held captive, Fino refuses Raid's plea that she take up her father's throne. When Blaze shows up, he reveals the motivation for his participation in her kidnapping and then shocks her by revealing that Raul and Eri were heroes in training. Raul tells Sierra and Co what happened. He is going to rescue her at all costs. Raid shows Fino the amulet that will allow her to control all demons weaker than her. This treasure has been passed down through the Demon King's family line and will make her the next one. Raid adds this is the only way to go as demons need a new king to unite them and survive. Fino thinks they should just get a job and work, but they play around with her guilt. Raul was forced to work in that store because he lost his dream. Now if she becomes the Demon King, Raul can be a hero again and everyone happy. Raul enters the prep school and confronts Blaze. He won't change his mind in joining them and will rescue Fino. Since it's like this, Blaze is going to kill him with the sword he wanted so much. Blaze adds that their predecessors have made a contract. They let the Demon King live so the war could go on. Look at it this way. If the Demon King was really killed, heroes would still be worthless, right? Raul starts laughing. He couldn't believe this was what he really wanted to be. Now that he is free from guilt and nothing holding him back, Raul picks up a ruler and swiftly defeats Blaze. Raul is about to free Fino, but here comes Eri. Though she is against the idea of resurrecting the Demon King, she is here solely to defeat the Demon King's daughter. She hates demons because they killed her family, the reason why she wanted to become a hero. Raul fights Eri to protect Fino. I guess words won't get through her, so the best way is to fight it out. Using this to his advantage, Raul continues to play mind games with Fino. It is ironic now both heroes are trying to kill each other. She is the only one who can save them. Please choose wisely. Klein rides a three-headed dragon to attack Leon. However, it is fused with magic protection, so the store still stands. Sierra then shows us the true terror of her billings and costing of the disruption, interference, damages, etc. She turns it all into magic and blasts away Klein. The madder she is, the more powerful. They have Klein tell them Fino's whereabouts. Eri and Raul just took each other out. Fino feels guilty for letting this happen. Her tears drop onto the amulet, which activates her demon instincts. She breaks free from her chains and flies towards the demon world. Eri is still alive because Raul's weapon was a ruler, which means Raul. Even in death, Raul can be talkative, even suggesting she should work at Leon so she could be with Fino. At least Eri has realized that Fino was a nice girl to begin with. And then Eri sees her sword stuck in something. That's the handphone strap. So the souvenir saved his life. Raul is so happy that he starts hugging her. They are going to save Fino, but Raid won't let them. Sierra and Co come by to stall Raid so Raul can go save Fino. Sierra, dressed as a witch girl, as well as Elsa, use their magic items to keep Raid at bay. It's like killing three birds with one stone because they are also advertising and demonstrating the use of their products. How can Raul get to the demon world quick? Here's the perverted old man to give them a ride. Because Nova asked him. See, sometimes getting your butt swiped has its advantages. Raul and Eri learn Lamb is from the demon world, but they're not going nuts over it. She explains they must prevent Fino from reaching back to her world, as the dying regrets of the previous Demon King are left behind. If she touches it, she'll be the new Demon King. The volcano is erupting and the town is declared under the state of emergency. Visor thinks of closing the store since nobody is coming. However, a group of Audacious rush in to buy disaster supplies. The closer Raul and Co get to the palace, the more demons and beasts show up to attack them. They take some damage, so Lore had to fix it up while they fend off vampire bats. Eri borrows Lamb's demon sword while Raul does his best with his ruler. When it is up and running, they are attacked by harpies. This time the damage is permanent and they crash land. Lore has injured her leg, but the perverted old guy will take care of her. I guess she'll do if Nova is not around. Lore hands Raul a sword believed to be from Sierra's brother. It's deja vu again, since Raul and Eri are racing up to the Demon King's palace, slashing demons and beasts like old times. Lamb opens the door and only lets Raul through. She leaves it up to him to save Fino, because he's the real hero, right? Lamb and Eri will stay back to guard the door from those advancing pests. Raul finds Fino before the palace door. She starts attacking, and since talking didn't change anything, Raul reiterates those 8 basic lines to say to a customer. Fino does react to it till finally she is free from her spell, though she has no memories why she is here. However, this doesn't last long, as the door starts to open and Fino once more is turning back into a Demon King. Reluctantly, Raul tries to close the door, but seriously, can he hold back that massive thing? Fino can't control her body and starts strangling him. Raul makes one last attempt to convince Fino via talking to her, talking about her personality, her smile, and more importantly, not only customers are waiting for her, but everyone including himself is waiting for her. He'll be lost without her. See the power of words. In an instant, Fino is broken free of her spell and the door closes. Raid laments his plan didn't work and will back down for now. However, Sierra won't let him leave like this. She hands him an invoice for all the damaged goods. Seriously, Raid wants to pay via monthly installment via card. I thought he would just reject everything and screw their company policy whatever. Sierra treats her staffs and Eri to a celebration party as thanks for their hard work. As Blaze and Klein are reflecting their actions in hospital, Eri ponders about her future. Next day at Leon, Raul praises Fino as a perfect Leon employee as she managed to take her first order, and it was that order form he showed her that brought her back to her senses. Elsa wants to see their catalog of rice cookers because Sierra has given her 30% discount vouchers on all products. Rice cookers. Lamb puts it as because she wants to cook for Raul. I guess she's not giving up. The biggest news of all is when Sierra introduces a new colleague, Eri. She puts her under Fino's care and the Demon King's daughter is ecstatic that she has a chance to play senior. Eri's switch to Leon is because she has seen some things in Amada in which she shouldn't have seen. Though she maintains she still hasn't given up being a hero and is just a reluctant decision on her part to do this. She is confident she'll get a real hero job that will really help people. Till then, she'll be reluctantly here. Raul notes she is just like him then. This is the end of the video, so please watching all of my anime recap series. Thanks for watching.